Hey everyone, the 2022 market report for Morris County is finally in. Hallelujah! It took a little time, but we got it. All right, I'm going to go over these numbers. We're going to talk about what they all mean, and then we're going to go over the current numbers as well. You know, we're towards the end of May right now. I'm going to pull up some numbers and we're going to talk about what just happened in May. And you're going to want to stick around to the end because we're going to talk about what these numbers mean for the next market, June. You're going to want to stick around for that. All right, let's jump right in, right on the numbers. Okay, new listings for the April 2022, 615 homes were newly listed in April 2022. How does that compare to April 2021? 781 homes were listed. That is 21.3% decrease. That explains a lot. That tells us why everything was so competitive. It wasn't just because of the low mortgage rates. It was because there was low inventory as well. Closed sales for April in 2022, 355 closed sales in comparison to the previous year, 470. 24.5% decrease. Not a lot of listings, not a lot of closed sales. They sort of go together. Days on market. Now, what does that mean? That means when home is listed to when it gets under contract. It was 30 days until a listing found its contract and was ready to go. In comparison to last year, 45 days. So a 33.3% decrease. That's obvious. I mean, people are throwing offers, these bidding wars. There are some homes that get under contract in 5 days. So right now in this market, it's obvious that the days on market is going to be, historically low. Average sales price. Now this one surprised me. It's only $575,000. Now that number does seem high, but no, in Morris County, yes, there are a lot of $250,000 homes, but in Morris County, there's a lot of $3, $4, $5 million homes in certain areas. So they skew the number up a little bit. But this number, you don't have to be looking for a $575,000 home. You just got to know that's the median number. And when that number goes down, the houses are becoming more affordable across the board. When that number goes up, they're becoming more expensive. In comparison to last year, it was $550,000 for the average sales price for a home. So that was up 4.5%. You always want to keep an eye on that number because when that number tips down more towards the 500 to the 490, you know that the $350,000 home, $375,000 home you're looking for is going to be more affordable as well. Price received, this is a great number. It's 106%. That means you list the price for a certain amount and people are getting 106% more than that. Not double, just 6%. So they're getting 6% more than their listed price, which is great. Comparison to last year, it was 101%. So that is a 5% increase in what people are getting for their homes from what they're listing it as. Month of supply, the absorption report. Okay, I'm shooting a video about this number. This is the most important number out there for any buyer and seller. I don't think I'll have it edited by the time I put this video out, so I'm just going to quickly explain this number. What the number is for the month of April of 2022 is 1.5. What does that mean real quick? Okay, if there are no more listings from the end of April, this number is telling us at the current buyer rate right now, there will be no more homes left. They'll all be sold in 1.5 months. 6.0 is the median number for this. When the absorption number is, the month supply number is 6.0, that means it's neither a buyer market or a seller's market. The further down to 0 it goes, it means it's an uber sellers market. 1.5 means this we are in a big time sellers market. When that number goes up, we get more towards a buyer's market. It's 1.5. Last year it was 1.8. Now April is always one of the most competitive months of any season of any year. So that number is usually low in the month of April. There's the numbers. There's your April numbers. obvious. We knew in April it was very aggressive. We knew these numbers were going to come out this way. So I did a little deep dive in what the May numbers are as of now. And I think they're very interesting, and they tell me a lot of what this market is becoming, or what it is, or what it's evolving into. Pending sales. Now that means homes that have an offer in place and are with the attorneys. There are 111 pending sales, not under contract yet, but they have their offer. There are 852 homes under contract. That number blows my mind. In Morris County, there are 852 homes that have a contract. So right now there is 963 homes that have their contract or are going to be sold. That tells me that this market isn't crashing. That tells me that this market is healthy, it's flourishing, it's doing great. Don't listen to the disruptors or the naysayers. People are buying their homes, people are selling their homes, and it's just tipping along just fine. So stop worrying, at least for this month. Active and coming soon. There are 480 homes that are currently active or going to be active within the week. That number is just going to rise and rise and rise as the weeks come along, but that's a great number. It shows that there's a decent amount of inventory out there. And the absorption report for May as of now is 1.57. So we see that the absorption report is raising and moving up towards the buyers. That's what we want to see for buyers, but it's still well under 6. What does this mean? What does this mean for the next market as we go into June? Well, sellers, it's obvious. The raise in the rates has not slowed the market down that much compared to what I'm seeing in May. Get your home ready to sell. Don't be scared. It's still, you're still going to get what you want, if not a bit more. And buyers, there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of activity, and just know this number, 963. That is the under contracts and pendings. That is 963 people you don't have to worry about competing against anymore. The market is thinning out. I think June's going to be a good market for buyers. I think people that have been trying to get their offer accepted, they're going to get it in June. Find a great loan officer if you don't have one. Make your terms and your rate very competitive, within reason, and get out there and find your home. A little something fun I like to do in the month of April. What was the most affordable home sold and what was the most expensive home sold? All right, the most affordable home award goes to Jefferson. It sold a home for $100,000. And the most expensive home that was sold in the month of April is $2,998,000, and it was sold in Harding. All right, guys, I thought that would be a little fun, a little bit of information there. These are the numbers. I think it's ready. I think the buyers are going to get their offers accepted in June. Get out there. And I will see you next month for the next market report. Later, guys.